I'm Chong Ki. I'm from Nihok of Singapore, and I'll be today's presenter on behalf of the company.
My name is Klaus Eichelmann. I'm Managing Director and CEO of Racy, River Systematic from Germany. I will present also.
I'm Gernot Ringling, that's my name, yes. And I'm the Managing Director of Messe Düsseldorf Asia, responsible for the show, and the Vice Regional Head for Messe Düsseldorf, whole region of Asia, including China, India, and Japan, Southeast Asia. So looking after all our wire shows which we have in this region, which is via Southeast Asia, for us here in the region the most important, but there's also via China and via India.
My name is Dr. Kurt Eder. I'm the president and the owner of Eder Engineering in Austria, and the president of the Austrian Wire and Cable Machinery Manufacturers Association and the vice president of the International Association.
Okay, good morning. So I'm a local person. I'm Alberto R. Herrera Jr. I'm the national president of the Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers. So I'm representing the licensed electrical practitioner in the Philippines who are very active, and we are around 75,000. So nice to meet you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Vyacheslav Zabaluev, and I'm representing company Rosendal Nextrom. We are working with two headquarters. One headquarter is in Austria, and the second one in Finland. And I'm sales manager responsible for Southeast Asian market. And today I will represent our company here.
Of Singapore Private Limited. We are running the operation for Asia Pacific, Southeast Asia, including Korea and Taiwan, excluding the Japanese customer. Yeah, headquartered in Schwabach, near Nuremberg. So we are an important market for us. We are dealing with drawing machines for wire and cable industries, as well as the stranding equipment for the wire and cable industry in the non-ferrous sector. Thank you.
The demand for wire production machineries has increased dramatically here in the Philippines, probably due to the fact of the increasing infrastructure developments which are going on here, building, construction, but also the electrification for e-cars and so on. So wire demand has increased, and we have, and a lot of our customers say we sell more and more machines here in the Philippines in the last couple of years. And so we said, let's go for the Philippines for the first time for this seminar round.
Question. You mentioned about Southeast Asia. What makes ASEAN such a vital region for industrial innovation right now?
Shall I do that also? Yes. Southeast Asia is seeing in the last 2 decades and continuously doing humongous infrastructural developments where wires and cables are essential. And so the wire and cable production is increasing here in Southeast Asia. If you look the development, let's say look out and look at Makati, what has been done in the last 20 years, or when the Ford region, which came up 10 years ago, or roughly. So we see continuous development of infrastructure where really the wire and cable, nobody talks about this. These are the unsung heroes somehow of these developments, and they are essential, and hence we see that Southeast Asia coming up very dramatically. We have seen the same development earlier in China when it came up. Now we see more and more in Southeast Asia.
The next question. So you said a while ago that cables, wires are the unsung heroes of today's generation.
Mm.
So I would like to ask if how do these technologies adapt to the demands of sustainability and the modern infrastructure?
It's a very good question. Let me answer that maybe. I mean, today you see all the mega trends. I mean, the energy demands are rising, the digitalization is rising, especially a young generation like you are following these demands. So the more and more cables and infrastructure is built up, the more you should focus also on your manufacturing process, of course, with your equipment to fulfill that demand. And I mean, that's what I think the European companies are focusing on, to have a sustainable process with low energy consumption, with the possibility of industrial 4.0, to digitalization, to monitor your process, and also to upgrade the existing systems and reduce energy costs, and also the use of natural sources. I mean, we are talking about limited natural sources we have on our planet, so therefore we always have to watch and take a close look into it. If it's like the materials we're using in the process of recycling it and reusing it for a second step, that counts on metals, that counts on oil, that counts on water, and energy, of course. So therefore it's really a mega trend, not only in Southeast Asia, it's all around the world, I think the same.
Next question. Sorry.
Just, I'd like to add. So as mentioned by him, so definitely the Philippines right now, our organization, the licensed electrical practitioners, especially the professional electrical engineers, we are the one specifying the specifications of the wires and the tube. So this is very good collaboration between our organization, IIEE. We are the only authorized organization of the PRC, and our licensed electrical practitioner, the professional electrical engineers, are the one specifying what type of wires, what type of tubes, and this is very good, so that we can confirm. Although we have our own manufacturing of wires here, because we can compare the standards that Mesa Dutsoldo will be offering against our local standard. That's all. Thank you very much.
I have a question po. What skills or training will workers in this industry need in the future? Also, what's one trend they should watch in the next 2 to 3 years?
Good question.
Yeah, the question is really good. For this moment, we can see that more and more all over the world, artificial intelligence is developing and going ahead. And then for sure, the people with skills who can work with this artificial intelligence in different ways all the time will be necessary. And for sure, artificial intelligence will go ahead and ahead. We will see it more. We can see, all of us can see it in our industry. It's also just more and more integrated, and for sure, it will be everywhere, and we will see it.
But let me add one thing, which is important. Artificial intelligence will help us maybe to move faster and go on. But the important thing is, and that's part of your question, what you popped up, is how that is impacting the work attitude and the qualification of the workers in the future. I think we should be aware of that with artificial intelligence, it's not solving all of our problems. Yeah, we still have to build up our know-how and use the artificial technology as an add-on to make our life and our industry and our production, whatever we are doing, easier. But still, we have to gain that knowledge and keep the knowledge, and not just rely on artificial intelligence, that we understand what we're doing. So that's, I think, a key factor, that you're not only relying on something, but you have to understand it. And for understanding it, you need know-how.
And to add on this point is also from your point, there's a solid knowledge in, let's say, in the wire and cable industry. You have to start from the engineering perspective, from the very beginning. And then build on this knowledge, this data then can be into the Industrial 4.0 was the beginning, and then the AI then come. This solid background of engineering, don't forget. Otherwise, it will not work. Right? The long data is key. The AI will perform differently. Remember that.
I just want to ask po, how do events like this will help bridge the local knowledge with global technology?
I think it's a very, very good platform, and thanks for organization, and also, I mean, having the media here is important to transfer that knowledge, because here we are presenting the latest technology and know-how from our development, from our side, and being in dialogue with the customers and seeing what problems they have, how we can solve them together, and developing a constant communication and process. That's what it's important about. I mean, knowledge transfer and building a bridge is only possible if you communicate with each other. So communication nowadays, with phones, with emails, is something, but being present in one room and asking questions, exchanging things, shaking hands,
Yes.
talking about the really issues is a different story, and that's why we are here at Presscon.
In addition to that, so we will be having our annual national convention, since as mentioned, this is our golden year of our organization, Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineering. So normally we will be doing also technical forum during November 26 to 29, and we're planning to invite also the technical expert, the speakers, AI, so that the knowledge transfer would be very, very easy to both of us. Okay, thank you very much.
And I think what is a good thing about it, the whole event was organized by Messe Düsseldorf
Yes.
Here. So it's a good impression what you can expect and what you will see on the Wire show in Bangkok in September. So that's also a part of generating the interest and the possibility to see all the companies with the latest technology there, and getting in communication and know-how transfer there.
So last question, sir. Sir, the future of the cable industry in the global market.
Future.
Yeah, the next 10 years, about.
I mean, we are luckily in an industry, I have to say, which is fastly growing, and the demands are driven really drastically. I mean, it's the consumption about energy which is rising with digitalization, infrastructure, energy demands, communication. So there are so many mega trends. What we see, urbanization is taking place, with the major cities like here in Manila. You see it locally, and when you just look out of the window of the hotel, you see construction going on and infrastructure, building roads, houses, streets. Everywhere is cable needed. Yeah. So therefore, I think for the next 10, 15, 20 years, the wire and cable and tube industry is in a pretty good shape versus to a lot of other industries what we see around in the world. But therefore, I have to say we're in a good industry, which has globally a big growing demand in the future.
Sorry, last question, sir. How about, sir, in the Philippines? Future plans or
Presently, right now, for the technology transfer, we were also invited in Bangkok, Thailand for their exhibition, so that we can also get their best practices there, and we can apply it here on our annual national convention. So normally we have been to Sydney, Australia already, then we'll be going to Bangkok, and hopefully we can also go to Canada this year, so that we can improve the annual convention that we're having. Because as you mentioned, the wires right now, from very big power cable, coppers, etc., becomes aluminum, becomes optic cable. The trends really is very, very fast.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning.